What's up, everybody? It's your host, DJ Epidemic. I am coming to you live from the UK. Culture Talk is on the road this week. I'm going to be chopping it up with a lot of different friends out here. Got some homies out here, talk about the culture in the UK, how it's different, how it's similar to that of, the US. And I think it's going to be a good conversation, so stay tuned. Culture Talk coming to you live. Let's go. Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm back. I got my boy Fred out here. Fred, what's good, boy? What's up? Yo, he from the UK. You from the UK, right?
Yeah, born and raised in London.
Yeah, I want to make sure, because I got to make sure the fans got somebody real out here.
Definitely.
What I mean? And, we're just going to be chopping it up about the culture. What do you think, hands down, when Americans come here from our culture, black culture, like they get twisted or mistaken about the UK culture?
It's going to be the stereotype. Everyone thinks everyone in the UK talks like this and tea and crumpets and all that shit. That's not stereotypical UK. Well, not London anyway. And I'll say the southern counties, which counties are like almost.
All
like
y'all sound like James Bond, though.
No, you don't. But I'd say no. Like the stereotypical English accent. If you were to look at the girls over there, they probably have that stereotypical English accent, but most Londoners don't.
We feel like, I guess we so egocentric in the US, like we feel like everybody copies that. we are. Everybody feels like, Do you
know what? It's true though. It's true. I would say the biggest influences on urban culture are either the Americans or Jamaicans.
Really? Because there's such a huge Caribbean population. What do you think is big out here? Caribbean music or like hip hop?
Oh, hip hop. Hip hop's big everywhere. Yeah.
And so do you guys keep track of like everything that's going on?
Afrobeats is getting pretty big here as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. In the US
is probably bigger than Caribbean music right now.
Absolutely. In the US as well. The social media, as it keeps up with like what's going on in the US, whether it's like Nipsey Hussle dying or like, how do you guys relate to that? Like, especially because it's in a different country, but you guys are so close to the culture because the culture is like so intertwined with everything.
I feel like people over here just we do relate to it. I feel like we don't feel that like we're detached from it at all. We feel like we're a part of it.
Yeah.
So like I know when Nipsey Hussle died, I think this sounds not ridiculous, but like some Eritreans in this country set up like a event for his funeral.
Yo, that's super dope.
So it's like I think everyone feels. I feel like America, UK, it's not that different. It's like the Canadians as well. It's like whenever something happens over there, people know about it.
I don't know. I get a certain vibe out here, especially being from Jamaican parents. It definitely seems like there is a stronger connection to the Caribbean, to Afrobeats, like you mentioned. Yeah. And I'm kind of curious, like how that all has like influenced. Like if you go home at night, like. Is your parents listening to like Caribbean music, Afrobeats, like what?
As in what? Parents, like my parents both love reggae, so it's Motown and reggae is most of their CDs. So it's either some Smokey Robinson or it's Bob Marley or one of
So who do you think are like the top 5 artists, whether it's UK or the US or whatever? Like who do you think is the
UK
top
right now?
Yeah, in the UK right now that people are listening to all the time.
I think it's the same as it is in America.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like,
so let me name top 5.
Top 5. It's going to be Beyonce, isn't it? It's going to be Beyonce.
All right, I'm not talking like mainstream. I'm talking about if you're a hip-hop fan. Yeah, if you're a hip-hop fan, you're part of the culture. Yes, Beyonce is the best. We all know that. Beyonce,
right now. You just don't want to get attacked.
Yeah, I just don't want to get attacked.
We've got mixed up. Like Kanye. And you know what? I feel like a lot of people don't like Kanye anymore.
Yeah. That's in the US as well.
Which to me is crazy, because to me it's amazing. I don't
I think I think with the whole Trump thing,
I think you gotta detach. Like I can detach music, and it's the same with
but we should talk about that.
Michael Jackson, with R. Kelly, I can detach completely.
Yo, we should talk about that because I feel like there's a debate right now. There's like, we don't know whether like Aristotle or like Beethoven did anything back then. Like, but we respect their art. And so people are like, whether it's like Michael Jackson with the whole HBO documentary or Kanye. That's how you feel.
Yeah, man.
Wait. So
do you know what? I am a big MJ stan. I can't lie. I'm a big Michael Jackson. So it's like with me.
So wait, did you see the documentary though?
Yeah, bits of it.
Okay, and then what did you think about it?
A lot of it's lies. A lot of it is lies. A lot of it is improving.
A lot of it's lies.
A lot of it is improving as lies. A lot of it is improving as lies.
Why do you think that?
In the papers. Huh?
Why do you think that?
Because of accounts afterwards. Accounts afterwards that have been in all the papers over here.
But they already explained that though.
No, they haven't.
Yo, they talked about how, you know what I'm saying, like he basically paid them to, first of all, this is awkward for me because I am a Michael Jackson fan,
No.
to play the antagonist, like
I hear you.
it looked very believable. They looked like they had a lot of symptoms of people that had been sexually abused.
Maybe even if Michael Jackson did it, you're gonna have to bleep this whole thing out. I don't care.
Are you serious?
It sounds terrible. Even if he did it, I'm not gonna cancel his music. Like, when I have kids, my kids gonna listen to. Come on, it's just what's gonna happen.
I mean, I think that's fair.
I can detach the behavior and the music. Same with Kanye. I don't care about his opinions. I just care that he makes great music.
So as long as you in the club with it, like it's like totally fine.
Rock with you. Come on. When that comes out, I don't care. Just because I was with one of my friends that you might meet later. Yeah. And she was so adamant that Michael Jackson, terrible, shot when he plays music. She's having a little house party. I put Rock With You on. Couldn't help it. She couldn't help it.
Have you ever been to the US before?
I haven't.
Never been to the US.
No.
But you got a lot of American friends.
I do. And I keep saying I'm gonna go. I keep meeting Americans. And I'm like, I'm coming.
Yeah.
So yeah, I haven't been to Toronto ever, and I'm planning to move there probably next year, which is South City, right? And I've never been there.
You going to Toronto? You moved to Toronto?
Yeah, we can't move there for work. Yeah.
Shoot, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, that will. Like, obviously, everyone thinks LA as well because of what I do for work.
Yeah.
But it's expensive out there.
It's expensive. It's expensive.
It's nice though.
One thing I wanna touch base on is just like, as a African of black descent anywhere, work cultures are different. In the US, I think it's very documented, like the historical racial tension that goes on, and like, how it plays out in our corporate life. I'm kind of curious how you think it has been since you've been in the workforce, and whether or not it's like progressed or what.
I think it depends on the industry. As in, I feel like if you're in a very corporate industry, like you're in finance, I feel like you'd have to go to work and you've got to be suited and booted. So I've been in finance. You've got to be suited and booted. You've got to talk a little bit differently. It's just you don't talk like you talk with your friends. It's just how it is. As well as that, there's.
No, but we all do it. Everybody does it. Everybody does it.
Now I'm in engineering, in software and technology.
Yeah.
Everyone, I come to work in black jeans.
Yo,
black
we gotta talk. Yo, you an engineer now? You black tech? Yo, shout out to black tech. Yo, we got more engineers. We got more black tech out here. In
everyone's
the industry.
Relaxed. Like, people in the office have purple hair, studs coming out of. Like, it's just whatever. Awesome. So no one cares. So I feel like in this industry you can be relaxed and you can be yourself. Whereas maybe in certain industries you have to be a bit more prim and proper, as the British would say. You got to be, which is normal.
I feel like London is still very kind of like New York, still a very traditional finance town. Yeah, a lot of suits.
Yeah. So bring it back to Canary Wharf.
Yeah,
where I used to. So everyone. Yeah.
Everyone's. And so, how do you see the differences between tech and finance in terms of just like being black in the industry?
So much more relaxed in tech than it is in finance. Finance, you can have a relaxed office, but at the same time, you still have to be prim and proper. You still have to work crazy hours. You have to do that in tech as well, but in tech, you can work from home most of the time if you really want to. You can take your work home if you finish it on the weekend, whatever. So, yeah, if you're in finance, I'd say move to tech.
All right, if you had a chance,
that's my hot take.
If you had a chance to talk to any American celebrity girl, who's your top two celebrity?
Ooh, celebrity girl. You know what?
That's in the culture.
As a teenager, I had a big thing for Kerry Hilson. So if Kerry Hilson's still about.
And Kerry Hilson, where are you? Where are you? We need to find you. We need to find you right now. Hey, what's up, everybody? I've had some really interesting conversations since I've been here. Some of my boys didn't want to get filmed, but I think it's important to just, talk about what I've learned so far being here. The first thing is, there's a lot of classism in London, and a lot of my friends talked about they can even tell from the type of accent you have, what type of background you come from. And the really interesting thing that I thought that I didn't realize was how much Black American culture really has taken on its own form, to the point where people that are part of the culture, we're not as connected to our heritage as much as other countries. And what I mean by that is we have such a dominant presence and dominant culture in the US. We're just not strongly, at least I feel like it, we're not as strongly attached to the culture of where our parents came from. Whereas in London, there's so much influence from just Afrobeats to reggae. There's still a lot of Caribbean African culture that is mainstream and very dominant in their overall UK culture, where I feel like the US, it has transformed so much, and our culture has transformed and been dominant and is so part of mainstream so much that we're really losing those roots in our culture. It's still there, but I feel like it's not strongly attached. If anyone's ever looking for the opportunity to come out to London or come out to anywhere, really just travel and work somewhere, I think that it's a great opportunity, because I've never done it. I've never worked anywhere outside of the US, but I'm gaining so much experience just being here and understanding how much things are similar, how much they're really just a part of the overall culture, and how the culture has grown internationally and has really been impactful internationally. And I went to a Tyler Creator, Tyler Creator randomly dropped a tweet that he was performing in London. He hasn't been able to perform here in 7 years, and I went to go see him, and the amount of kids outside, it was pandemonium. They ended up shutting down the concert, but the amount of people trying to see him, it just makes you really realize it's all one culture. We're all really impacting each other. It's been really interesting, man. The trip has been fun, and we're gonna be in our regular format next week. So Culture Talk, we're coming to you every week. If you like this episode, subscribe, please. Like us, add us on Instagram. We still creating it, to be honest with you. But next week I'm gonna be back in our regular format with French, Mikey coming through, and we'll see you again. Culture Talk. Let's go.